All right, well, I am making dinner. We are gonna do stroganoff tonight, but a very interesting stroganoff. Where is my chopper? I washed it. We will talk, or we will address some of the questions you have. Let's address some of these questions. One is, what do we do for Christmas if we want to live a more minimalist lifestyle? And I'm not going to completely answer that. I say completely because you got to figure out what's going to work for your family. And I love Christmas enough. I would totally respect and honor if someone said, I really do not want any gifts. Please do not send me any. I would totally respect and honor that because that's how I show that I love them. Take your Christmas gift budget. We did this one year because one, we knew nobody needed anything, and two, we could make one donation that fit our whole budget for the year. This was a really tight year, and so instead of being able to do $500, $400, $300, $250 even would have been outside the budget for Christmas that year. We did our donation of $50 to a charitable organization. $50 was all we could come up for gifts. And we told all the family and friends, everybody had this handmade printable card that we put in an envelope with a bow on it that said, for this year for Christmas, we donated to, I honestly, it was so much more eloquent than I'm going to be able to repeat it right now. But basically, we made a donation in honor of gifts this year because we know that the greatest gift is being able to help somebody else is basically what it was. I was very more eloquent, and I can be if I sit down and really think about it. But off the top of my head, nope. I need a little bit more time. And if you're hearing snapping, it's because I'm using my vegetable chopper. Because I love it. That's one thing you could do, and I highly recommend it. Especially for the person that has everything, then they don't need anything, right? And yes, you want to give something, but you know, like there is a time when you just know that whatever you find, whatever you do, it's going to be accepted and loved, but it's not necessarily something they would want. Just, they have everything that they want. So these are one of those times when gifts like this are just really helpful for that. Insofar as you have all that you want, please don't give us any gifts. You can ask, hey, would all of you be willing to contribute? Our family really would like to go to the zoo more often this year. Would all of you be willing to contribute to that thing? And if you have to have something to go with it, can you find little animals that the kids can recreate their zoo? Yeah, you don't maybe need that, but then they have something tangible that they can play with. And, you know, you bring them to the zoo, you bring them in the car, whatever. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say just, then they have something tangible that they can do with the whole, hey, we contributed to this. Because that's what a lot of people really like. They just want something tangible that says, look, I love you. And so you can find very affordable little animals if you want to buy them individually of a better quality than a whole mass production thing. If that's your jam, you can do that. And that would be a way to do it. It doesn't have to be a zoo. It can be, hey, in the summer, we would really love a family pass. Would you guys be willing to contribute to that fund? Hey, we would love some gas money to take our kids to look at Christmas lights this year. That would be something I would love. Hey, can you guys contribute to a gas fund and probably change the oil fund so that I can take my kids out looking at Christmas lights this year in a neighboring town about an hour away? Would love to do that. Something like that, you know. Think about, and this is this is not a new or novel idea. This has been done multiple times. And it's so simple to say, can you contribute to this? Can you, I don't know. For us, if something like that wasn't your kind of thing, my kids are playing drums out there, so I have no idea what you're going to end up hearing. Just letting you know, we're not about to, I don't know what to say. Good art supplies would be another thing. Hey, what can we get your kids? We want to get them something. Can you get them some good art supplies? Because we're constantly using all of our art supplies up. Woo, that onion. That's the way to take the edge off the intensity of this topic. Only with the onion. Woo. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on. It's not going to be a very long video, just a very short. Here's a couple of ideas to think outside the box. For those that have family members that maybe don't ask and just end up giving you things, be thankful. I'm serious. If they're giving you something in the kindness of their hearts and wanting to bless your family, you be thankful. And you have your kids sit down and write them a thank you note. I'll be honest, there was one year, my mom did not do Barbies growing up. She did not like the fact that a naked Barbie laying around had that image out for her husband or her sons to see. She's just like, nope, that's not what we're going to do. This is not a debate Barbie video. My daughter has Barbies. And I agree with Mom on that thing, which is why she chose her battle. She's like, I'm not going to battle naked Barbies around. I'm like, daughter, if you want to keep them, naked Barbies. She also had 9. I have 5. Okay, the Barbie. Somebody had given, I think it was me, but it might have been my sister, a Barbie. And I unwrapped it and I was like, you could just, my mom could see on my face, or my sister's face, I'm pretty sure it was me. We might have both gotten it. Maybe that's what it was. So I can't remember. And she must have seen on my face this, like, what do I do? We're not allowed to play with Barbies type of thing. And she was quick on her feet. She's like, oh my goodness, how kind of them. Like, in front of everybody as I'm opening this gift. How kind of them to do that for you, Shalise. What do you say? And it was just this immediate, oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much for this. And, you know, it's not something you generally open right away. Anyways, you're opening gifts. You're not necessarily opening all the packages to them. And that's how that was handled. And it's kind of the same thing with your kids. You know, you might get gifts from grandma that maybe you don't necessarily want or whatever, but you still open them and you still teach your child to be very thankful and grateful for what somebody sought out to do for you. And you do that. And if it's a gift with no strings attached, you don't bring the kids into it. I know they might have, but you don't do it because you're above that. And you have the kids sit down and write a thank you note to Grandma or Aunt Edna or whatever it is. And you have that gratefulness installed in them. You also don't talk about the gifts and what your parents did or whatever it is in front of them. You go and it's between you and your husband and how you want to deal with that. You can put it aside. You can have it out for display. I don't care. Like, for us, it was always, that was very nice of them. Even if it was something that maybe necessarily we wouldn't want to keep forever, letting them play with it for a while is fine. But just letting them know, hey, this is what our family standards. We're not going to do this. If it's something like a Barbie, my mom, I think, ended up kind of waiting a week or two, taking it to Walmart, explaining the situation, or Kmart. I think it was Kmart. I'm pretty sure it was Kmart. This is how vividly I remember this. But she took it to Kmart. She's like, hey, look, this is something my daughter got for for her birthday. Not something that I have a receipt for. Can we exchange it for something that she can use? And I think I ended up with a porcelain doll. And that's just how that situation was handled. Hey, my daughter can't use this gift. Most stores now you can take things back without a receipt. Hey, we need to exchange this gift for a coat my daughter needs, a new pillow my daughter needs, whatever it is that you want to do. Notebooks, paper, pencils, school supplies, whatever it is that my daughter needs. And you can handle it that way. But the point is, you have to begin it with a grateful heart. And that's my suggestion for you this Christmas. Whatever it is, be thankful that someone loves you enough and cares enough for you to do this for you. All right, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.